Okay, let's continue. I'm your host for today, mL7, with the over-exaggerated reactions. As always, we have a new blog post on Ramattra, Building a Revolutionary, an inside look at Ramattra with a hero design team, by Blizzard Entertainment, November 26, 2022. So far, we enjoyed the trailer, we smashed at the abilities, seems kind of broken, seems kind of a lot, but now let's see this. Ramattra storms the Overwatch 2 roster with a fierce ability kit. True. And domineering playstyle. Huh. Would you expect anything else from the leader of Null Sector? Truth be told, Ramattra was a technically challenging hero to make. No shit. He's very special in the world of Overwatch, both as a playable hero and as a character with a rich story. Ramattra is exceptional, and we're so excited to share him with you. He was always intended to be a tank, because we knew we wanted him to be able to transform into his big, huge, thick, imposing tank. We called this his Nemesis form. But before we get into that, let's walk through his concept and kit with members of the Overwatch 2 hero design team. Josh No, lead balance hero designer, and Tess Lehman, associate game designer. Ramattra is the first tempo tank. Tempo tank? What is this term? Tempo tank? What's a tempo tank? I hope they explain it. Okay, so hear me out. I think Sigma can also be a tempo tank then, by this. Okay, we'll see. We've added to Overwatch 2, which means he can change forms moment to moment. The base form for Ramattra is his Omnic form. So wait, they're defying tempo tanks as the ability to change forms? Winston's the tempo tank! He go monkey! He go Angie! Winston's a tempo tank. What are you talking about? He's a tempo tank. Winston tempo tank. Okay. The first. I'm scared about this. The first. But Winston can go Angie at any time. Have you played with Bogger? He's always Angie. Monkey. Omnic form. Wait a second. So is Bastion and Tempo DPS? Do we have a Tempo support? I want the Tempo support. Can we get a Tempo support? I want the Tempo support. Tempo support. Tempo support. Omnic form. When you first select Ramattra, let me get into my sales pitch. Omnic form. When you first select Ramattra, Omnic form is where you're going to start. His weapon in this form is his Void Accelerator, a massive, long staff that comes with its own set of primary and secondary fires. Wow. Void Accelerator's primary fires out a stream of fast-moving nanites, says No. The nanite particles have a travel speed that requires you to lead your targets. But there is no damage fall-off. Okay, back into my content creator mode. So let's just skip past this. I will stop being Obsidian Spaghetti. I'll continue talking about this. So he can... next we find out that he has a PhD in astrophysics. Okay, what's next? This gives Ramattra a longer range option. So he's not a close range tank as well, chat. He can also, like, if you play on Junkertown, you pick Ramattra and outsnipe the Widow, from what I understand. But there's an advantage to using his weapon close range. Lehman elaborates on this point. If you're close to enemies and put your staff right in their face, you're going to do quite a bit of damage, especially if you're hitting crits. He can headshot! Where's my pitchfork? Where's my pitchfork? No fall off on the weapon. He can headshot. Sniper tank. It's Winston, but better. It's every tank combined, but better. mL7 thinks that tank players can aim. Okay, I know Boger's not gonna play Ramattra anymore. Chat, am I going insane or is this too much? Is this too much? Please explain it to me. Is this too much? Am I insane? Like, how is it? It's not too much. It's not too much. Tank players, out of the chat. Out of the chat. Out of the chat. It is too much, dude. It's how many things can he have? Okay. Let's continue. I'll take my headset off to continue my smashing without ruining the headset. The only thing he can do is jump around. He has more perks than the entire support roster combined. Thank you for pointing that out, Arview. I, a fellow support enthusiast, am upset. Okay. So, by the way, if you put your stuff right in their face, you're going to do quite a bit of damage, especially if you're hitting crits. The secondary ability is Void Barrier, a temporary high health barrier that Ramattra can place in a targeted location. When you activate the barrier, you'll see a line on the floor to confirm where you want to place the barrier in its range, which creates a few different playstyles, says Lehman. Use it defensively to protect teammates and cut off enemies, or use it offensively to create space and close the gap between you and the other team. This is like one of those misleading educational TikToks that Boger makes. Boger School. Everything about this form enables you to close the gap between the enemies. So wait a second. Hey everybody, it's Boger at Boger School, day 5. So did you know that you can use your barrier with Ramattra defensively and offensively to create space? Boger School out. Boger out. Did you get hired by Blizzard, Boger? Okay. What the hell? What do you mean, what the hell? Yes? Oh, congrats. Everything about this form enables you to close the gap between the enemies. Says no. You can use this form tactically. Press another key. To move in on the enemies and activate his Nemesis form where he gains 2 new abilities, Pummel and Cock. Wait a second. I like that they didn't add block and pummel, because otherwise it would be cock and pummel. Whatever. My question is, will the shield disappear if you go in Nemesis form? Will the shield disappear? I don't know. Nemesis form. Ramattra's Nemesis form changes both his appearance and weapon. He becomes a giant protector. Blizzard confirmed Ramattra was intended to be the final boss of Overwatch, or threat depending on your perspective. He bulks up with extra armor, and he forms 2 extra arms which serve as his weapons in Nemesis form. Huh? Pummel launches a short-range power wave with each swing, says Lehman. It's also piercing attack. So if there's an enemy stacked within range, they all get hit. It's really nice for playing around things like Reinhardt's Shield, Diva's Defense, Matrix, or Winston's Bubble. Yeah. Yeah, chat, so just letting you all know, I hope that Ramattra will not be like how Brig was back in the day. He seems like one of those heroes that can somebody. I'm thinking, what are the counterplays? Keep the range and poke him. Yeah, no shit. He has long range, headshot potential, and can throw a shield. Bro. Okay, I'll continue reading. This said, though, I just want this to be clear, okay? This said, though, I think he's going to be super fun to play. Now, if this is okay, I don't know. Weakness, shooting him in the face. Joke's on you! He goes in form and blocks it. You can't shoot him in the face if he has proper ability rotations. The Ramattra incident instead of the Brig incident. His biggest weakness is survivability. Ah, yes, and just play poke against them. Imagine if we're going to enter a meta in which Ramattra will actually try to outsnipe Widows. Chat, can somebody explain to me? So, just so before I continue with my rant and stuff. So, you have a Widow in the back trying to pew, pew in your head. Meanwhile, you're a Giga Chat tank with no fall off on your primary. You can do headshots. What stops you from taking 2 or 3 headshots and aiming at a Widow that stays still trying to charge headshots on you? Can somebody explain? Ah, by the way, before that, you place the shield in front, so you should. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. This is on paper. An extra 2 arms and an extra leg. Okay, let's see. So short range power wave with each swing. It's also a piercing attack, so if there's enemies stacked within range, they all get hit. It's really nice for playing out things like Reinhardt's shield. So yeah, if they're together, it's like Sojourn's ultimate with piercing shot, but you can pierce shot with your ability, not with your ultimate. It's kind of difficult to dance in and out of a bubble when Pummel goes straight to it regardless. Ah, yes, perfect. What about a support that can heal through bubbles, Blizzard? Is that a possibility? If you have tools of doing damage through bubbles, would it be nice for Ana to be able to heal through Winston's bubble? I think that would be awesome. I think that would be awesome, you know? Mercy, sure, Mercy. So if you're in range to heal through the bubble and stuff, you're gonna be dead. Bro, Brig, no. Brig, if you activate the passive and it's a shield, then somebody's past the shield, you're not gonna do anything. Sojourn's ults, but you know shields. Yeah, it's okay, Chad, it's okay. Tanks get all the fun. I understand how it is. For block, Ramattra throws his big tank arms in front of his face, reducing damage from the front. It's also effective at reducing the damage of Hanzo's dragons and Torbjorn's molten core. It keeps getting better and better! It keeps getting better and better, dude! No way, dude. No way. Blizzard, you are so brave for releasing a hero like this. You're so brave for doing this, and I respect it, and I hope that you can balance him, because on paper, he's definitely not okay. Feels like I'm reading through an April Fool's patch with how loaded his kit is. He can do more than the entire support roster, I feel like, and also, I don't know, quite pinpoint down his weaknesses. This being said, good luck. I hope we're not gonna have another Brig incident that made a lot of players not play the game anymore because it was annoying to play. So it's like you're playing with an entire roster as one hero. I understand what they said here earlier, though. By the way, with wait, it says something about no, you said something in chat that he's like the final boss of Overwatch or something like that. I don't know, Giant Protector, something like that. And that he was like a tank from the beginning. Wait, where is it? First tempo tank. He's really strong, dude. He's really strong. I don't know what other tank you can play against him. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. He can't heal himself. True, he can't do that. That is true. He doesn't have heal. So, Chad, I just hope that your tank players have bought the battle pass. Same weakness as Sigma and Orisa. No mobility. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. So, we continue reading this. So, for block, Ramattra throws his big tank arms in front of his face, reducing damage from the front. Okay, good against Hanzo's dragons and Torbjorn's molten core, despite them surrounding him. So, it also blocks things on the ground, that means. Blocks slow Ramattra's movement speed, and it only applies to damage received from the front, leaving him vulnerable from behind. So, like a Bastion in turret form, I guess. There's no cooldown on the block. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Jimmy from Blizzard, and today I heard the community. I was listening to everybody. Tanks are complaining that DPSs don't get kills. Tanks are complaining that supports can't help them and stuff. You know what? We're just going to make the most broken hero that the game has ever seen, and hopefully you're gonna have some fun. This being said, did you know that there's no cooldown on the block? You can use it whenever you want by weaving it and out between your attacks. The trade-off is you can't punch while using it and it slows you down. Wow, the trade-off is that you slow down a little bit. Nemesis is on an 8-second ability with an 8-second cooldown. As somebody that plays the game quite a lot, my big question is, how will the animation cancels work? What happens if you spam it? If there's no cooldown, can you spam it? You know, just be like, what if you put it on scroll wheel and spam it? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Okay. So you're in permanently in this form. You need to time which form you're in carefully because the abilities in one form won't be present in the other. However, there is an ability that Ramattra can utilize regardless of which form he's currently using. Okay, Ravenous Vortex. Ravenous Vortex is a ball of nanites that slows, grounds, damages, makes them not be able to respawn, increases respawn timer if they somehow find a way to respawn, hacks them, also makes them pay the premium battle pass if they want to continue playing the game. So Ravenous Vortex can do everything. And turns off PC. How did I miss that? This ability is a projectile that bounces off walls, enemies, and slippery slopes like roofs. It must hit the floor to activate, says Lehman. Once activated, it opens up this big area that will slow enemies, pull them to the ground, and deal damage. So what happens if Genji dashes past this? Will it pull him down? I understand that, chat, there's no way this does a lot of damage, by the way. There's no way this does a lot of damage. We'll just like slow him down and stuff. What happens? What happens if you... Oh my god, dude, I have so many questions about how this works. His kit is loaded. The ability also brings back the enemy's old tweets. Chat, this ability seems okay. Okay, so hear me out. If I disregard the entire kit and I look at this ability, I like this ability. But if I look at the entire kit and then I look at this ability, I don't like this ability. You know, I really don't like Ravenous Vortex as an ability on him. It's a bit too much. It's a bit too much. Wait, what happens if Winston jumps? Oh my god. Wait, I'm trying to process. Scroll down a little. Let's read. Ravenous Vortex keeps enemies in Ramattra's sweet spot, where he can deal damage easily in either Nemesis or Omnic form. You can also use this ability defensively to keep people off your teammates or lock down certain areas. That's exactly what I was thinking about when we saw him. Ramattra can use this ability to halt the enemy team from rushing you, says no. Enemies have a super weak jump when they're caught in this ability. Winston goes almost nowhere. Ramattra has many tools to help him command space. He doesn't finesse his way into teamfights. He brute forces his path, using any means necessary to achieve his objectives. His ultimate is no exception. And this is up until the ultimate. Yeah. You know what? There's one thing, though, that I gotta say. And I think that we will unite in this. Faga can't fly inside. These aren't even ultimates, chat, by the way. These aren't even ultimates. So I think that it... You know what's one thing with Ramattra, I feel like? Tank players will not have a good time playing against him. That's what I say. Usually when heroes are broken, the other roles don't have a good time playing against them. But right now, even if you play tank against Ramattra, I don't think you're gonna have a nice time playing against him. It's kind of like you playing Winston against Roadhog. It's the same amount of unfunness. You know what I mean? What happens if you're a tank and you don't want to play Ramattra? Plus, one thing that I really want to say here is he seems fun, but he also seems mechanically intensive. Okay, he also seems mechanically intensive. And I have a big question mark on mechanically intensive with headshot potential, AoE and stuff. Is this going to be like really good DPS players that play off tank that pop off with him? I don't know what to say. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult. Okay. Let's move on to the ultimate, chat. We're still not over. Annihilation is a special ultimate, says Lehman. First, Ramattra immediately goes into Nemesis form, but there's something else going on at the same time. Annihilation is a wide energy swarm that lashes out towards any enemies within range, dealing constant damage. Ramattra Lucio combo calling it out right now. It's similar to Transcendence in the sense it creates a big ring around him. Annihilation has beams that latch onto enemies within range. Lucio, we need Lucio on your team, depleting their health, says Lehman. So you don't even have to aim! You just WASD. This reminds me, wait, there's a character in League of Legends, Swain... form? I don't know if the character is the same. There's a character in League of Legends where if he walks with his Raven, I think it does... In his ultimate, it does damage to you, but you're just WASDing. There you go. I think it's similar like this. Oh, he was so annoying to play against. It doesn't end well. If the beam is attached to an enemy, it pauses the duration of the ultimate. It doesn't end. But enemies need to be within the ultimate's range and Ramattra's line of sight. The ultimate itself is relatively short, but if it's attached to someone, it's not ending. While these statics are attached to enemies, Ramattra has all the benefits and abilities from Nemesis form, which, as a reminder, include the block, which is on 0 cooldown, right? How uncomfortable. It gives enemies two options in his ultimate. Either eliminate him or move. Okay. Dad, I have one word for this whole thing. Worried. I am worried that a hero like this might actually cause incredibly amounts of fun for the players that are playing the hero, but it might help. It might make a lot of players stop playing the game. I'm so afraid that Ramattra we might be witnessing another Brig incident. And I'm being very... Okay, so I just want to make it clear. I over-exaggerated some reactions. And I still think I was being nice and conservative with my reactions. He can do almost everything. And you have to balance so many numbers to make him workable. You know what I mean? Chill, let's see the actual numbers. Bro, even if it's chat... There's one way in which Ramattra... Hear me out. If Ramattra has 200 HP, I still think he might be broken. If he has 400 or 500, then I'm done. 400 and 600, where did you get that? They have a billion numbers to change. Chat, there are too many things to change. Too many, too much. And wait, by the way, they didn't even say in the ultimate that it decreases the damage, but they said in the Twitter post that it reduces enemy damage dealt. So you have the possibility to actually do... So chat, as you can see, Forehead, you either eliminate him or you move away. But there's a catch. You also do 50% less damage to him. See his health in the picture above. 450, no armor. At least this. At least no armor. Okay, this is a start. This is the only thing that maybe... you know how it is? I'm in a tunnel and I see just the beginning of maybe seeing the light. Sombra seems pretty strong against him. True. But he can perma-block in his ultimate. He has that. What happens if he goes in Nemesis form when you hack him? Yo. Nemesis has armor. Yep. Okay, Null Sector meets Overwatch. Let's continue reading this and then we will... I'm getting a headache. I'm not joking. I'm getting a headache. I'm worried. Null Sector meets Overwatch. Ramattra's playstyle is complex and multifaceted, mirroring his history and ideals. Omnic form is highly tactical and gives us a glimpse at Ramattra's ingenious mind. Nemesis form is huge, imposing, and violent, a physical manifestation of his rage. When he unleashes his ultimate, Annihilation, he roars, "Suffer as I have." Through this ability, we see the pain he has experienced in his long war against humanity. It makes you wonder, is there anything he won't do to save his people from extinction? Ramattra is staged to join the lineup of Overwatch 2 Heroes starting December Season 2 on December 6th. Make sure to pick up your premium battle pass, try him out, and share what you think. Good one. Make sure to pick up your premium battle pass, try him out, and share what you think. Wow. Insane marketing levels. Genius marketing levels. Oh. Honestly, after reading this blog post, I have come to the conclusion that Genji clearly needs to be nerfed. Bro. Okay. Okay. What happens if you just want to play some quick play, you don't have Ramattra, and he's absolutely a must pick? I think this might be a very big turning point in how Blizzard approaches this. I'm a little bit scared. He does too much. He seems... I hope he's not broken. I hope everybody can have fun. Even... Chat, hear me out. It's not that I don't want other roles to have fun or I want supports to have fun. I want everybody to have fun in this, right? Obviously. But he kind of can do it all. Obviously, we'll probably come up with counters with time and stuff, but learning his weaknesses will take a long time. Yeah, I'm worried. Hog seems like he may be the strongest against him. Well, now here I come and tell you, yeah, Hog might be strong against him because he can hook him, right? Forehead and stuff. He can work. But what if? What else does Hog bring to the table other than focusing him down? Meanwhile, Ramattra focuses everybody down. As long as the PSs don't have fun, then he'll get dumpstered. At least we can hope for that. This continues the trend, by the way. This is very worrying as a support player as well. This continues the trend of him being... Okay, I'm gonna say it. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm saying it. Blizzard, pick already what you want to do with supports, please. Because his kit doesn't give him any HP regeneration and he seems broken, so he will ask for all of the resources in the world to be able to play the way he desires to play. If the support role is meant for me to just be a fucking heal bot and walk my Ramattra around, then so be it. But make it more fun instead of confusing what I have to do, because if I play with the Ramattra, I can already tell you what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna see the enemies. I'm not gonna see my allies. I'm gonna see Ramattra's ass, and I'm gonna stay and be like behind him because he's gonna be crying for heals because he's broken. So I'm afraid how support will feel. I'm really afraid with this. He's not a self-sufficient tank. Supports usually have fun when playing with self-sufficient tanks. You can also do some stuff if you play with a Roadhog in your team, with a Sigma and stuff. But with Ramattra, because he cannot regen any of his HP, he can just get armor and stuff, he will be asking for heals to be efficient. And because his kit is broken, because he can do so much and he asks all of the resources, which is nice, right? It's nice that he's asking and stuff, will unfortunately make the support role feel even more underwhelming, more unrewarding, more unfun, making people not want to play it, thus resulting in lower interest of the game and stuff, and they will just keep on playing DPS and tanks because they're more fun. And more stressful. Because I'm gonna tell you something. You know what happens if your Ramattra will go in front line and do damage to them? Probably miss a ton of headshots, probably misplace his barrier, probably bad cooldown management, and they die. You know whose fault is gonna be? Not yours. Not his, I mean. It's gonna be your fault, because you didn't heal him. So, as a support, am I just supposed to stare at my allies? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I don't like this.
Hey, I'm Olaf. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe. Meow.